Hello, YouTube. And
Hello,
to
everybody.
all three of our subscribers.
Yeah, basically. One person subscribed from the last episode. Or that was episode 3, I can't remember. But it's 1 so far. That's pretty cool.
It's better than 0.
So, the donut guy, I want to hear about that.
I asked for proof, and everyone's saying, we don't have proof, but take our word for it, that he's a total racist, narcissist asshole.
Oh, and for context, if you guys don't know what donut guy means, in the Blender community, there's this guy called the Donut Guru. Blender Guru. His name is Blender Guru, and he has a very famous donut tutorial, and he just, shows you how to make a donut. And he just is very step-by-step, pretty basic tutorial, but I feel like he's just famous because it's the donut. But he was recently outed with quotes as a racist with very, very little evidence for some reason. I'm not really sure what he did exactly, but Stefan messaged him.
Yeah, I can actually send a screenshot of the messages, but I was basically like...
Wait, you have screenshots?
I can grab them. I'm looking.
I was about to say, can I show them?
Yeah, sure. So I was like, yo, so rumors are that you're racist, and he's like, no.
Wait, that can't be all he said.
I mean, it basically is. He said no, and then came back 10 minutes later and said something else. So I'm dead serious when I say he just said no. And there's the screenshot. Yeah, I just asked him because the rumors are going around, and he's like, no.
Okay, the donut guy, founder and CEO of Polygon.com. He has that old ass profile picture. Damn, that was not much of a zoom. So rumors are going around that you're racist. Is that true? No, but then I doubt that answer would satisfy a Twitter mob. If nothing I say will prove my innocence, there's no point in trying. Better than nothing, I'll take it.
I mean, he had more to say than the people calling him out, so what else am I supposed to do? I've asked for proof, and let me see the fucking message I got back. Because I legit asked for proof, and yeah, I said, is there any proof or evidence? And some dude's like, he deleted those, the evidence.
I just find it so hard to believe that not one person screenshotted any of this evidence that they're talking about. I mean, how often is it that there's just no evidence when an accusation is made? It's very strange.
It's just constantly people saying that he did this thing, but when I asked for proof that he did the thing, no one has any to share. I'll believe you, but please give me something more than he just said this.
Let's check this one out. The Blender Guru has gone on homophobic rants and behaves in racist and misogynistic ways on forums. Do not support him, do not repost him. He does not deserve a cent. The Blender Guru, when I began learning software, I watched a tutorial. I'll compare him to Video Copilot's. Video Copilot sounds so familiar. I think I was watching him when I was trying to learn Blender. And then... Are you exhausted, DaVinci?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Is there any proof or evidence that he did those rants? Because I cannot find anything but dead links. He eventually deleted those when shit hit the fan. People does that when they become Twitter's main character of the day. There's just no way that nobody screenshotted anything. That's... Especially a Twitter mob. You would think that, like, Twitter
I mean,
users, as soon as they saw that, they would take, like, fucking 5 pictures.
I mean, even going down, like, going through the post itself and looking at the quote retweets, it's just more of people saying that he did this thing, but not showing what he actually did. Like, they'll say he did something, but they won't show the proof of it.
Yeah, that shit's really weird. It kind of reminds me of... I mean, not to get too political or anything, but it just reminds me of when people are...
Rant. Said it sounds like a schizo rant.
Yeah, like, it just reminds me of every time I'd see people talking about Donald Trump on the news, like, they sound very angry and shit, but I'll listen to it for, like, several seconds. I usually don't stick around for minutes because I get bored, but they're just, like, talking, and it, like, they're saying words, but they're not, like, really saying anything most of the time. It's kind of like one of those things.
Yeah, it's just a lot of why. Why do they keep doing this?
I feel like at some point they're just gonna start like making shit up and just like lying that people are like racist.
I wouldn't be surprised if they did. Like, I would totally believe you if you just show me a screenshot or two.
What do we got here? Is the reply you saw?
No. It's unrelated. Just...
What the fuck? Oh my god, that's loud. Jesus. This music is so bogus.
Sorry. That shit killed me.
Was he in pain the whole time?
Yes.
The first kid? Like, what the fuck are they even doing this? Are they all the same kid?
Yes.
What about that hair?
I mean, it's over time.
They're so bogus for that music.
It's funny, though.
I love that. Anyway,
it's genuinely funny.
I can tell you're still on Twitter, so you should get off that.
Yeah, I could not help it. Just gonna bookmark a couple things before I go.
It was funny though. I think I had something. Oh yeah, that's what I wanted to talk about. Should I just Google the YouTube prankster shooting thing?
I don't think you want to... Well, I'm sure you'll censor it later, because, like, you can't say the word. But, yeah.
Use what word?
Okay. The,
YouTube prankster shot in mall, is that it?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what I was telling you about the other day.
Oh.
So I'm pretty sure he went up to this guy and tried to, like, steal money from him and said, "Oh, you took my stuff." And the guy was just, like, not having it. And despite being told to leave him alone multiple times, he refused to leave the guy alone. And eventually got shot for it.
Prank YouTuber shot in mall could be charged with harassment. Isn't he already dead?
No. He's in the hospital. He's making a full recovery.
Oh, I thought he was dead.
No.
Jesus, dude.
He's making a full recovery. It's just that, like, he hasn't learned his lesson at all. And his dad's like talking about, "Oh, my son's a good kid. He would never do this."
That shit is so irritating when they're like, "No, it's not my kid. Couldn't be my kid." Like,
no,
but it is. Like, if it just is your kid, then it was. Like, it happened. Like, why are you denying it? Like,
he just wanted to spread positivity. He didn't mean any harm.
I do not get that shit. It's so infuriating. Like, if something happened, then it just happened. Like, pretending that it didn't happen doesn't mean it's not real. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, unfortunately,
Also,
that's the reality.
why I think I said this on a podcast episode already, but I hate it when I'm trying to find something on the internet like this and it's just a bunch of news outlet videos. Like, I do not care. Like, I just want to see what the actual video was.
I don't think they're gonna show it because it was like a crime. You might have to go to Reddit to find it. I can find it though if you want like the raw footage. Because ever since they took LiveLeak down, it's been so hard to find actual footage of shit.
Oh yeah, you're right, dude. I forgot
And I
about
miss
that being taken
LiveLeak.
down. LiveLeak, I never watched it because I didn't want to be traumatized. But I feel like it definitely had its place for things like this, for example. Like, where the fuck can I find this video now?
I'm gonna look it up. Hold on. Oh, and then they're finding out that the same guy that got shot just weeks ago, he was like harassing a woman, and she's like mentally like touched over it. Like, I don't know how else to put it. Like, he fucked with her head, and now she's like she's not feeling, safe anymore. Because the same
like,
guy, the guy
she
that got
feels like
shot,
he might be stalking her or something.
Or she feels like she's like, I mean, it says that she was traumatized, so I don't know how else to put that. I don't know exactly what he did to her, but it's the same guy that just got shot that was harassing a woman a couple of weeks ago. And all of this stuff is coming out, so like his dad going on about how he's such a good guy and how they're like a Christian family. It's not really holding up.
I cannot express like my frustration with parents that just think their kid can never do anything wrong. It's just so dumb.
Yeah, I can't find the video for it because like even on like Reddit, it's getting taken down.
It's getting taken down on Reddit too.
Yeah, it's getting taken down everywhere.
I am sick of these fucking news
the
companies
footage.
capitalizing and profiting off of everything bad that happens, like, ever. Like, it's the internet. It shouldn't be this way. Like, they shouldn't be making money off this guy getting shot. Like, we should be able to see just for ourselves what's happening without them holding our hand.
I think it's just because of the fact that he got shot on video that it's being taken down as like a violent act.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, if it was 2010, we would probably be watching it right now, or we probably would have watched it immediately.
If it was 2010, we'd be on LiveLeak right now. Or Pornhub, we'd be watching it on one of those.
Although, I will say, it is fair, the point you make, that it is a crime, and that it shouldn't be, like, the public's business. I just am used to being able to be nosy as fuck whenever anything happens, and that got taken away from me, so I'm just pissed off about it.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I genuinely can't find the footage.
Who actually uses the word awry? In Word format.
Smart.
The Washington Post says YouTube like... prank gone awry. I've never seen that word typed out in my life. I guess you could say the prank is gone wrong.
Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah, it did technically.
You should re-upload the video. Or upload it in general, because he didn't even get a chance to when he gets out of the hospital and had gone wrong to it.
He probably will. Like, he's gonna get so much clout off of this. It's crazy.
It's like wrong, and it shouldn't be promoted. But it would just be so funny if he titled it like that.
But I can see him getting sued after he recovers, to be honest.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
I can see him getting so sued. And honestly, this should be a lesson to prank YouTubers everywhere, but you know damn well they're not going to learn from this.
We knew this would happen one day. I'm really shocked that it took this long.
It's not
What
even
was the
the
guy
first
that
time it's
almost
happened.
got shot for doing the In the Hood prank?
There's been so many.
Yeah, I know.
I know there was one guy.
One of the
that got
really
beat.
famous guys, though.
There was one guy that this IRL streamer that got beat up for like, because you know how IRL streamers have like their donation things, like public and like on speaker. So he thought it was a smart idea to go to the hood and sit on some taco joint outside and like eat his food with his speakers on and shit. So it kept like
popularized by
blasting the
YouTuber
N-word.
Asian Andy.
I mean, yeah, it was one of the Andys actually. I think it was Chicken Andy.
Oh, jeez.
I think it was Chicken Andy.
I don't think I've seen
But
Chicken
he
Andy.
was like,
I didn't. Wait,
was
hold
like-
on. I didn't even know there was multiple Andys.
there's so many Andys.
Are they just named Andys because of Asian Andy?
I don't know.
Which one is the OG?
I think it's Asian Andy.
I would imagine. But the taco joint.
Yeah, I think it was Chicken Andy, but he was just eating and he had his speakers on and the donations came in and they were like saying the N-word over and over. And despite getting told to turn it off, like again, he's in the hood on like, and then he's playing dumb, like, oh, I can't turn it off. It's just
I'm
my
sure they'll
thing.
believe that.
Right, I can't turn it off. If I turn it off, it won't work, or something like that. He's just making excuses as to why he can't turn off this thing blasting the N-word. So he got beat up for it. They broke his equipment, and then he called the police on them. Guess what the police did?
Nothing? Arrest him?
No, they arrested him. They arrested him. They arrested him for hate speech.
Dude, honestly, the patience of somebody, like, I don't know if they were calm because you're just telling me about it, but for them to
They
just
were
say,
calm at first, but
yeah, I was going to say,
they
for
were
them to
calm
just
at first,
approach
but,
and
like-
say, hey, turn that off, and for him to just not cooperate, like, come on.
right, and he's just like constantly going on and about how he can't turn it off.
Fucking jackass.
And so he didn't turn it off, so they beat his ass. And then he called the police, and the police locked his ass up for hate speech. He had to
We
get
got
bailed
this
out by his
smug
family.
ass picture of him. Hold on, let me share screen. Is this him?
It's a white guy. Let me see. It might be. Right. It's that right there, I think. In the second picture at the bottom. I think that's him.
Yeah, it's the same person.
Yeah, I think that's him. I can't really tell because in the video he had like orange hair or something, and it was
Yeah, these are black and white. But
you can find it on YouTube though.
If that's really
the footage
like
is on YouTube.
somebody that has that smug of a profile picture to do that prank.
We should really verify who it is though, because I might be wrong. It might not be Chicken Andy.
Really? Oh,
It might not be. It's definitely one of the Andys, so we don't want to go roasting
one of
the
the
wrong guy.
Andys.
There's so many, dude. There's Asian Andy, Mexican Andy.
Well, I was just
Goofy
saying that if it was the Chicken Andy, that it would just be funny to have a profile picture like that.
Let me see. Okay, it was Chicken Andy. Here's the video right here. Actually,
Oh, jeez.
I don't know if you want to watch it all because it's 8 minutes long, but at least I can verify that it's Chicken Andy. Okay, that did not work the way I thought it would.
I will watch it later, and I'll link it in the description. But yeah, that
Here
dude's
you
a
go.
jackass. Does he really need an arrow pointing at the fucking like 6'3" black guy?
That looks
Like,
very
you can't
angry,
see
by the
him.
way.
That looks what?
The angry black man.
Yeah. Angry black guy. Yeah. Okay. Oh, I wanted to tell a story that I wrote down to remind myself on this one. I wanted to talk about the first time I saw The Big Bang Theory. You know, the funniest show on television.
Yeah.
When I first saw it, I was in high school and I was like still smoking all the time. And this was around a time that I started taking more Adderall, because it was totally helpful. And I was like, it's like 4 or 5 o'clock in the evening. I'm probably like fine, even though I took my medication late that day. And I like took a really fat bong rip. And we started off on the couch, in the living room. I think they had 2 living rooms.
Okay,
Really
wait. Go back. Who were you with?
I was with Matt. I didn't want to say his name because I'm going to have to censor
it. They don't know his last name. Come on.
Well, I mean, it's just like a...
Okay, he means Maddie B. You were hanging out with Maddie B there.
I mean, I don't know why people don't say first names. Like, it'd be really fucking hard, nearly impossible to find somebody just on a first name. So... the only way for somebody to find him, I feel like, would be for him to call himself out by commenting on the podcast.
Or they have to stalk your whole life.
Yeah, which would be totally absurd.
That'd be hot.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Go on.
Go on, then.
I don't understand why people don't want stalker girls.
Because they usually kill you. Eventually.
Nah, I can fix them. But go on.
Right. So, yeah, they had 2 living rooms. It was really weird. But we were in the front living room, I guess. And he started playing a horror game after we just smoked. And I was like tweaking, dude. I was like, dude, I'm sorry, we can't, like, you can't play this. This is too loud, and like I can't watch this right now. Because they all like played the TVs. Like every person in the house would play the TVs no matter what they were doing or watching. Like they were deaf. It was ridiculous. All their shit was loud as fuck constantly. So that was freaking me out even more. And then
honestly, I would do that if I was in my own place. That's like the one thing I want to do because it's like it's freedom.
Oh well, if you have your own place, and it's like I would too, but like I feel like awkward playing something loud as fuck when there's multiple people in the house. If they're not watching it. It was weird.
If it's not your house.
Huh?
If it's not your house.
Oh, well, if it's like the homeowner, I guess. It would still be annoying, though. I don't know. But anyways, it's just like a consideration thing. So...
Yeah.
We went into the other living room, and we started watching The Big Bang Theory. And it was
the
like...
opening loud?
Huh?
Was the theme song really loud?
Most likely. I don't remember the theme song. The only thing that I was fixated on was the actual episode itself, because this is going to sound bogus, but my interpretation of the show at the time, since it was my first time seeing it, I was just like thinking, laying there like tripping, like, why would they make a show about like these autistic people? This is kind of fucked up. Because they act like they're super autistic in that show. And I just thought it was like the most fucked up show I'd ever seen on TV. I was like, why would they put this on TV? This is so offensive.
You know Sheldon is autistic, right? You know Sheldon is autistic, right?
Yeah, but like in my mind, is he actually?
I don't know about the actor, but the character is meant to be autistic.
Yeah, and it's like supposed to be played up for laughs.
Yeah, I think there was like videos about how they like turn autistic people into a joke. Because like Sheldon is like paraded. Sheldon's paraded as like this fucking king on Twitter or like the internet, and people think it's like cool to be Sheldon. When he was like,
no, it's not. First,
he was like the
Sheldon
bad guy
is like
in
the most
unfunny
fucking character like in history. Okay, that's an exaggeration.
I think it was his treatment of women. I think it was his treatment of women that made him like look like an incel king.
If he was an incel king, he probably would have murdered one of them.
Well, I mean, like he's like the nerd guy getting like back at the jocks of the world.
Yeah, Sheldon, not the actor, the character is really fucking lame. I really don't get that show. But yeah, also I thought that like every character was at the time as well. Or it was just only like focused on Sheldon for the whole episode for some reason. I don't know. But I just thought that was like
He is
super
like the most
fucking
popular
weird.
character of the show. I don't think he's the main character. I think he's the most popular.
That's one of those. Okay, I said something about white people last episode. I can't keep doing this. But I hate. This is the only thing I can classify it as. Is I hate those corny white people shows. They're so fucking unfunny. Like, what's that show? Friends and
No show on Friends.
and that 70s show and fucking Big Bang
What?
Theory. Like, I hate those shows. They're so unfunny.
No. You can't. You went too far this time. You did not just shit on that 70s show.
I don't get it. Like, I've only watched it for like minutes at a time, but like I didn't even smirk.
If you said Frasier, those would be fighting words.
Oh, Everybody Loves Raymond is on that list too.
What? Nigga, that was my childhood.
I don't get it. I've never found those shows funny at any age, ever.
Two and a Half Men, Frasier, Friends, that 70s show, those made up my childhood. You cannot be for real right now.
Those shows are like literally all the same to me. I do not get them.
I mean, okay, they are pretty. They are kind of samey. I mean,
I think like on in a formulaic way, they all are the same. Like the characters aren't, but
yeah, it is the sitcom formula. There's like the straight man, the not straight man, but like the guy that's serious and the guy that's always joking, and then the hot girl and the ugly girl.
I watched the only show like that I watched was George Lopez, and I think I watched that for like a year when I was super depressed and like anxious as fuck when I was in middle school, and then I stopped watching it because that's also one of those shows. And Home Improvement with that, but then I stopped watching them after.
Okay, I'll give you Home Improvement. That shit sucked. Home Improvement was ass.
Yeah, I don't recall anything from Home Improvement because like the only thing that stands out about the show is like the premise itself, but like I don't remember a single scene from the whole show.
Okay, but 2.5 Men didn't get you?
To be fair, I'll be honest, never watched 2.5 Men because I just assumed it was like exactly the same as all the other shows I listed. I did try watching that 70s show before, and I did not.
How did you not like that? That show was about fucking stoners.
Because I think that concept is super gay. It's like, weed. Like, it's not funny.
But okay, it was like that, but it was in the 70s, so it gets a pass.
Okay. And then people also tell me, like...
It wasn't just about weed, it was about teenagers getting laid every day.
I don't want to think about teenagers getting laid. People would also tell me, oh, but dude, they're in Wisconsin. And I'm like, I don't give a fuck if they're in fucking Miami, Florida. It doesn't make a difference to me just because I'm from Wisconsin.
The stunts in the show were real.
Stunts.
Yeah, like one scene where the Kelso character's running down the stairs, and then like he tries to jump over the couch, but he ends up flipping and then busting his like knee into his nose. And apparently that was
really painful.
Apparently it was, but it was a total. It was a total accident, and he just kept going with the script.
That sounds like a fucking.
And they kept it in the show, and then like did a behind the scenes a couple seasons later, talking about how that scene was like wasn't supposed to happen. It was the actor tripping over. And he just kept going.
Like a fucking Watch Mojo top 10.
All right, now I'm recording again.
Alright, well, I guess I'll sound shitty for 20 minutes. But, yeah, we were ranting about Frogger. Yeah, you absolutely have got to try that game.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to try it one of these nights. Probably after I finish my Blender shit.
I've been itching to play some video games that are actually fun for a few weeks now. I mean, maybe even a couple months, actually. So I might play Frogger tonight just to throw my controller on the ground.
I generally play games that I can play with other people, so that's why I mostly stick to online games, because if I play by myself, I'm going to get bored fast.
That's why you gotta play... Alright, guys. I know that Stefan's not alone in this, but for future listeners, we will totally go back and look at these comments. Do you play video games for a challenge, or do you like to just...
Me?
No, I'm asking the audience. I'm not really sure what else you play a game for. Because I don't get any enjoyment out of not having a challenge in the game.
I play games for the stories. So.
Oh, okay, for stories. Yeah, are you guys more of a gamer like that? Because I personally get bored when I don't have a challenge in a game. I hardly ever play story games.
Like Elden Ring. It's probably going to make me sound really stupid. But I mean, I have Elden Ring and I just I haven't even played it much because the story isn't really, it's not really fed to you. You have to really go out into random areas and just seek it out. But there's so many side stories in the game that you can end the whole gameplay in 5 minutes if you go through the right storyline. So it's hard to even tell what the purpose of the game even is. But I mean, people will be like, "Oh, you're just lazy. The point is to go explore, or you're not enjoying the game the right way because you're a stupid idiot gamer." I'm like, okay, I would just like a game if it had a linear story. I'm sorry.
When I purely just felt like I wanted to waste my time, I would play Borderlands 2 and just do that, just explore, pretty much, and just shoot stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I can understand the exploring after the story, but for the story, I'd like to have a fucking story. I don't know. It's just like Final Fantasy XIV. You have the main game, which is the story, and then you have all this other content like side stories or side dungeons or all this other stuff. But it's stuff that's tied to the story as well. So you still you feel like you're continuing the story at large. But if it's a game that has no story and the point is just boss fights over and over, well, that's not my cup of tea.
Yeah, boss fights over and over sounds shitty. The games I like are games that are just super fun to control, that look really pretty, or well, they can't just look pretty, they have to also be fun to play as well. But yeah, also if they just look pretty and are kind of fun to just control and don't have much game mechanics, that's good enough too. But also really challenging games like Frogger, which I will beat one day. It's going to be hell, but I can't wait for you to play that game and tell me what you think. Because the expectation of the developers is astronomical. I'm excited for you to play it. I kind of want to watch you play it if I can.
What about Pac-Man and World or something like that? Did you ever play those games?
I played, or let me double check that that's the correct one that I'm thinking of, because I did just play a Pac-Man game.
Games that were Super Mario 64-ish.
Because there was one on PS1. I'd imagine with the graphics looking the way they did, it was on the 64 too. Yeah, I did just play Pac-Man World 1. And that game, in comparison to Pac-Man, that's like playing Strawberry Shortcake.
Okay, don't diss Strawberry Shortcake.
I'm saying the level of difficulty. Me and Jamie played Strawberry Shortcake on the PS2. Me and boy Jamie, back in the day.
Yeah, that's the game I'm thinking of right there. Well, not that
one. It was a side scroller.
It was the PS2 ones.
I still have that recording
PS2
somewhere.
Ones that were front to back or something like that. Third person camera, I think it's called.
What is it called? Third person?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
DK oldies. Ugh.
Why are you dissing my boy?
Dude, they sell people fucking they sell people PlayStations and other consoles and say that they're cleaned out, refurbished. And when you open them up, they're full of fucking maggots and shit.
Is that real?
Yes.
Let me look up DK Oldies scams.
You think I would post an unverifiable fact on the internet?
DK Oldies scammed me. Let's see. Is DK Oldies a legit website? It's a family-run retro video game store located in Morgantown,
website.
Pennsylvania.
It's a legit website. Well, it's just they don't do what they say they do, though. They say they clean these consoles, and they don't.
Let's watch a Review Tech USA video on it.
Hell no.
I watched him when I was in high school, and then I realized he was a giant faggot, and I stopped watching him.
Whoa! We can't say that.
I know.
We instead we can talk about this. This picture goes so hard. That goes insanely hard.
He looks like Hitler.
Who? No.
The green guy.
What do you mean the green guy?
Is that the Hulk?
Yes. Who else would it be?
Why does he look so weird?
That's Marvel vs. Capcom 2's art style. So I guess that game was like more of an anime game.
It's just that haircut, that like specific haircut. Just
okay. Now you're just being bogus. He does not look like Hitler.
Am I thinking of the wrong haircut? I don't think I am.
See, that's not even close. Why is Machine Gun Kelly there? Wait, is that Machine Gun Kelly? Is that Machine Gun Kelly on the left?
I am pretty sure that's him. No, doesn't Machine Gun Kelly have a bunch of bogus tattoos?
I don't know. I
can't remember.
In a while.
No, he doesn't on his face.
Okay, no, that's
I think he just does in other spots.
Damn, he's handsome.
What is?
Look at that! I told you.
Ew, what the fuck?
Okay, but I told you. Look at there, the silver hair he's got. It looks badass.
Which picture? This one?
Yes, I told you. Silver hair makes you look badass, not old.
It's hard to maintain. Ew, what the fuck are those nails? Those are ugly.
It's fashion.
It's hard to maintenance though. I hate high fashion so much. It is so fucking ugly. I could go on a different rant about that shit. I watched a Gucci like parade thing once that was being live streamed. I couldn't believe that anyone would wear that shit and be like, yeah, wait. I look good.
While we're on the topic, why don't you look up like JoJo fashion?
Let's see. Fashion. Oops.
Okay, bro. You spelled it wrong twice.
What? Oh my god. I did not press it 3 times.
There.
That is a no-go for me. The chin strap thing, no.
Not even a little?
No.
Okay, click on any random thing. Anything.
Is this a lady?
Okay, you can't. Yes, that's Jotaro's daughter.
Okay. I was gonna say they do look like a lady, but I'm not sure.
That's fair.
They're like kind of dripping.
No,
I don't think their shoes match.
That's the like they made a real JoJo fashion line, and that's part of it.
It's funny. Yeah. Gucci has some things that like. Gucci's weird because they have some things that look fine, but tell me if you believe in this or like theory or not.
Yeah, go on.
Companies like Range Rovers, for example. Let me pull up one of those.
What the fuck is that?
Oh, this is the wrong one. I think it's a Land Rover.
No, the first one. Look at the first one.
I have no idea why that's there. Just ignore that. Okay, yeah, G-Wagons. That's what these are called.
Ew, those are ugly.
Don't you love how these ones up here are way different than the ones down here for some reason? Like, what is happening? Do I have to
don't
type in
know
G?
what's
I don't know
happening.
what these cars are specifically called. But these ones.
Those are still.
Oh, man.
Those are
Yeah.
just. Those look like those fucking 1950 cars.
So whenever I see one of these, the backs are even worse. The rear of the car is super ugly, but like whenever I see one of these, I'm just like, ugh, that car is so like nasty looking. But then other people
Wait,
are like,
when was the
a lot of the
when
responses
was the
I
Great
get are
Depression?
what?
Am I in the right time frame? I said it looks like a 1950s car.
Yeah, they really do.
Okay,
But
I
it's
don't
like
want to look dumb.
the response I get a lot. These are new cars. Is bro, those cars are expensive. And
Yeah,
my
so
theory,
what? It's still
my
ugly.
theory, yeah, I know. So what? They're fucking ugly as hell. Like my theory is that rich people stuff is made ugly on purpose and just marked up so that it stands out and like everybody remembers because it's like hideous. Like it's so ugly. There's no way that you would forget what it looks like just because of like the associated price tag. You know, I think it's like a psychological thing to make rich people stuff like as ugly as possible.
I call it bold and brash.
Yeah, that's like a good meme to use for that. Because like G-Wagons are so ugly, dude. Like, why?
Rich people do like get a lot of ugly shit though.
Like genuinely.
Just because they got money. So it's like
and then other people
like,
like call you jealous or a hater.
Right, the more money it costs, it's about it's not fashion, it's about like the status symbol.
It really is just status, but like why does status have to be so ugly? Like, let's see.
I don't know. Okay. Ew.
Like
underwear.
this. Like take
That's
that off.
Is that a poncho?
God. That's so ugly, bro.
No way.
And what is
that
this
to
shit?
the left?
Like please. What is that shit? God.
It looks like a
what is
Prince
wrong
of
with rich
Persia
people?
character.
It looks like a what?
A Prince of Persia character.
Ugh! This cannot be fucking real. They
Dude,
are not real with that shit.
Does it come with the duck? No. That's just oh hell no.
Whoa! Why? This
What
bitch
And
is
dude's,
not
like,
naked in
looking at her-
public.
Dude's looking at her like, bro.
He looks so disappointed. So am I.
They look
I was
like they're
disappointed
kicking
in her
out.
Super Bowl performance too.
They
She was
look
like
they're
grabbing on her
kicking
crotch
out,
and
dude.
shit, and I was like, "You fucking nasty." I'm not
Is it
even
just
gonna
like that
finish that
moment?
sentence, but
It's like that moment, that moment in Philadelphia where like one of the dudes grabbed this girl's like crotch and lift her up off the ground.
what? What'd you just say?
It's like a self-defense thing, and he's like, she ran at me. He like grabs her crotch and then lifts her up off the ground.
Is that even physically possible?
No. Oh my god.
God, I don't even know if I'm gonna keep this part in because I'm gonna have to censor Rihanna's fucking nipples that she has out in public. I swear to God, these companies,
You're gonna have to...
these companies in the music industry are like hellbent on turning all the women in this country into a bunch of good-for-nothing whores.
That'll be good for something.
Yeah, sucking our cocks.
I'm such a child. Dude,
You're
is
not
that
wrong.
Jesus on the
It's
bottom
sad,
left?
it's shitty that you're not wrong. Is it?
He's hidden in Nene. Is that a Sunday dress? That looks like some shit my grandma would wear.
It's just as ugly though.
No, dude's wearing an actual diaper. Look.
Where?
Look down on the bottom middle. Bottom, yeah, right.
The fuck?
Dude's wearing... Ew!
Is that a chick?
No.
What is this showing us?
The t-shirt.
It's like that
Okay,
reminds me of
I think it is.
that Colossal video that I referenced a few weeks ago, where I was like, "You can almost see her fucking snatch."
$95 is crazy. That's some shit a
What?
baby would wear. What the fuck?
Oh, dude! If I saw my fucking daughter wearing that up,
Yeah! Imagine showing up to a dinner date dressed in that.
oh my god, I'll be like, dude, I'm not getting laid by this bitch. Her fucking vagina's gonna burn my dick off.
That thumbnail is crazy.
What the fuck?
Dude, I love this show.
What was that, dude?
And they got married in real life too.
Was that supposed to be a Donald Trump reference thing, or is it just the uploader decided to
No,
reference him?
it was a self-defense class.
Alright.
You're not buying that at all.
What?
Oh fuck.
Oh no, I'm not. No. Oh, I was gonna say back to Linus Tech
so
Tips.
funny though.
I don't know if we're
Oh,
like all
no.
over the
What
place
he
right
did.
now. I'm so sorry to anybody listening to this if we are. But
No, we're not.
Linus Tech Tips though, how did I just lose that? Oh yeah, here, this thumbnail. They have never,
It's not Linus.
or
That's
Austin
not
Evans.
Linus.
They're both the same in my head. I'm sorry. They have not ever sent something out that looks like that. Like, dude, that is like practically slander.
Maybe the thumbnail is hyperbole, but there were consoles coming out like that.
I wouldn't doubt that much dust.
There were
Though.
consoles.
Maybe that's possible.
That's not even dust. It's just flat out dirt.
It is dirt.
It's literally
Like if that
it's
was
obviously photoshopped in.
yeah, if that wasn't like dirt and it was like dust that was that much, like maybe there could be that much dust in the console, but like not dirt.
If there's that
like,
much dust in the console, you might as well throw it away.
There was a couple people's 360s that I cleaned when I was in high school, because I was telling them how I cleaned the shit out of mine, and it worked again for a while. So they're like, "Oh, could you clean mine?" And I was like,
you
"Sure."
fixed. You fixed ours.
Oh, did I?
Because ours wouldn't turn on for a while, and when you cleaned it out, it came back on. It was great. We used it for a couple years.
Yeah, those motherfuckers. They had like a empty I think one of the corners was pretty like empty inside those, and dust would just build up inside
thumbnail.
there.
Look at that thumbnail at the bottom right.
Oh, of him choking Charlie.
Why?
Yeah, what
That
is
arm looks AI generated.
Is DK Oldies a scam? What does that have to do with Is this even the right video if I click on it? The fuck is this? This is 17 minutes. This has nothing to do with him, does it? Response to Penguin Zero.
Oh, it's a response.
Oh,
okay.
I'm not watching a response video.
I hate that people call him Charlie and his name is Penguins.
Penguin Zero / Critical. Why'd he change his name?
They call him Critical. His name was always Penguins.
No, his name used to actually be Critical. Like, I was watching him before he changed it to Penguin Zero. It was Critical with a K.
That is extremely crazy. I've never heard of that.
Yeah, like if I look it up, Critical with a K. You know. That's like his classic name.
Handsome.
Oh, and with a 1 in it. You say dude is handsome.
Oh my god, I remember. He is. I remember when he had the short hair. That was like the worst phase ever.
It was. He looks so weird with it.
The moist verse.
The moist verse. Shit's funny.
It is. The fucking like the Moistverse guys accepting an award on Charlie's behalf.
Remember when remember when he uploaded that video with all these other random dudes that look like
it was
him?
Awesome. I'm
That
glad
was
he
an
played
awesome
into
video.
it. I hope they do another collab in the future.
I wonder if he flew them all out there.
Probably did.
Fuck,
Where
my
does
mind
he
just
live
went like
anyway?
totally blank because of how like I was just going off about like whatever we were just talking about. The only thing I can remember is Frogger.
Well, we were talking for about an hour now, so I mean, is there anything else you want to bring up?
Yeah, I have a lot of fucking censorship to do because of fucking Rihanna and her tits, you fucking whore. Alright, the audio was totally fucked here, like I think I said earlier. I can't remember, I've been editing this for a while, but, yeah, it's all doubled and shit. Probably unlistenable. I don't know how his voice got doubled, but, you know, yeah. Times actors actually got hurt.
I think that was. Hold on, I'm gonna find that soon.
That has to be in the Watch Mojo list, like guaranteed.
This show, like literally put this guy's career on the map.
What, the guy that plays Sheldon?
Ashton Kutcher, I mean, the guy that plays fucking Kelso.
In that 70s show?
Oh my god, you're right. It was a fucking Watch Mojo top 10 scripted.
I knew it. I haven't even seen it, and I knew.
You were right. Here it is. Top 10 moments that were kept in the show.
I have seen that. I've seen that specific screenshot before. I've probably seen this suggested to me.
And look at this thumbnail. This is basically the entire show, aside from getting weed.
That thumbnail. Guys, look at this thumbnail. I know it's probably small, but
I'll put it on YouTube.
it's on YouTube. Fucking.
No, I mean they don't need to see that.
Welcome to News Mojo, and today we're
Oh my god, it got 2 million views.
Oh, that video that you just sent the thumbnail of?
Yes.
Which spot is it?
I don't know. I don't know. I can probably find it.
Stupid helmet? Okay, I'm done with that. Who the fuck says that?
No, it's a reference to the show.
Oh, okay. Ew. I hope that's actually funny in the show, because that phrase alone sounds so dumb.
It's a reference to the show, trust me.
Is it one of the things that the dad says?
No, it's like a thing that they wear when someone does something stupid.
Oh, I'm surprised it's not something that the dad made up.
Their dad was low-key abusive.
Yeah, I know, and it was just so funny.
I mean, you know, it's so sad. Because, like, it was, like, low-key funny. But it was, like, when you think about it, that's kind of fucked up.
Yeah, it is. A fucking...
Oh my god, YouTube took down the footage of the actual fucking moment that he trips over.
Did they really?
Yes, they
Did you just skim through it?
I've looked to find a different clip that shows the exact scene, so you don't have to sit through that.
Yeah, I was trying to just like look through, but nothing looked like it.
They took it down.
Oh, so an older person for the audience, just in case he ever listens to this, I don't want his name on the internet, but he was drinking while I was talking to him, to be fair, and it was pretty late, but I wanted to tell you about how like he watches a lot of like conspiracy stuff. I think it's like I think it like has changed his perspective on like the way he looks at things a little bit. Or maybe it's just because he's like older and he thinks that there's like an agenda with video games all the time. Or probably a combination of both. Just like not understanding video games being older and whatever. But I was showing him like some music from video games because I was like, I'm curious what he'll think of this. Because like, you know how some video game music is like really like either it's like really cool music or it's like more beautiful than you think like video game music would be,
Oh yeah,
and etc.
Nier Automata's theme song just fucking brings me to tears every time. I'm not even joking either. It's so beautiful.
Right. So I was showing him a couple bangers from Ratchet and Clank, and then also showing him how like much bass that Stuart Copeland used when he made the Spyro the Dragon soundtrack. Showed him a few of those. And then he just kept on insisting that they make the music really good, only specifically for the purpose of keeping you playing and like for the sake of addictiveness, not just for the sake of like, you know, enjoyment and having fun. Like he just insisted that it's just agenda. And it's like, well, no, like I mean, like, I think his perspective was, like, that he wanted, or that they only wanted to be addicting, like, a phone game. But I was like, no, these are, like, from back in the day when all games were made just to be fun. And he just kept on insisting that
I mean,
it was just agenda. No, but that's what are you telling me who cares or him?
No, him. Like, who cares if they have an agenda? Yeah, they want people to play their game, and they want people to keep playing their game.
But just the
You
fact
want
that he
people to
wouldn't.
be annoyed?
Yeah,
Those
it's
annoyed,
just.
play it.
It's just the
So,
fact
who
that he
cares?
insisted so hard, and I'm like, bro, it's to make
Yeah,
it
it's just like
fun.
He's just finding a reason.
I
At
know.
that point, I don't know why he
It's probably just because he doesn't understand video games. I did give up after like 2 minutes, but that reminds me of something I was thinking of earlier. Halo Infinite. I know you're not into shooters, but I'm sure you've seen a Halo gameplay like here and there, like over the years, right?
played Halo.
Oh, okay, yeah. So you've played Halo. Like, which ones did you play?
I think the original is like the first time I played Halo was back in like 2008 or 2009. No, not the original. I don't know, whatever was out back then. And then,
So, yeah, you know how the now classic games have really good like ambience and shit like for sound and whatever, and like they were like somewhat colorful in some levels, and it was like more than just like the controls and mechanics, right? And
yeah.
in Halo Infinite online, haven't played the campaign, so I can't say anything about that, but the online, I was trying to think of a way I could explain it for when we record, but like nobody talks about how lame. It's not exactly just lame though. It's like dreary to play. It's like they make it like aesthetically feel like you're like doing this like because you have to. Like there's no ambience. There's not no ambience, but there's hardly any ambience. All the UI and like stuff that shows up on the screen when like a round's over and stuff is like really minimalistic. It's super boring to look at. The sound effects have like no punch compared to the previous games. The announcer sounds worse. He like sounds less theatrical. Like the whole game just like is just like less than the games were, and I don't understand why. Like I had to stop playing after like just a couple weeks because I got so bored.
Maybe they're like trying to like tone it down so it gets taken more seriously in the mainstream.
It's like
So many games nowadays want to be movies.
it's too serious though. It sucks. It doesn't feel like a video game. It like they made it seem like this is not supposed to be fun. This is serious, like you just said. But like, okay, I don't want to play video games to have fun. Like what? Like this game sucks.
Yeah.
Like most Halo fans didn't like Halo 4, and I'm biased because that's the first Halo game that I played. I know, shame on me, but I thought that the mechanics and like how theatrical that game online was like super fun, and all the gun sounds were like so. They took so much time with the sound design in that game. It's crazy, but it just made it so much more engaging. And this one, everything is just so flat. It sucks.
Well, that's why I like games like Hi-Fi Rush that just came out because it's so colorful and so vibrant.
Isn't that game
You
that's
really,
really fucking funny that I need to play?
it's the game that came out in like one day and popped off.
That's the one where you showed me that cutscene where like you leave the game at an important moment, and if you come back, all the characters will have something to say about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need to
It's
play
mad.
that game. That shit is funny as fuck.
I'm mad. It plays just like Ratchet and Clank too. That's the
Ooh,
crazy thing. I'm surprised you haven't played it yet. It's just
I
like
didn't know
Ratchet
that.
and Clank, just without the shooting. I mean, some characters can shoot, but the main character uses a sword.
That
But it's
sounds
just
cool.
like
If
the
they
whole like it's just like the whole like platforming fighting thing. Like it's like a mix of a fighting game and a platformer.
I do miss Ratchet and Clank, so if it plays like Ratchet and Clank, then I'll have to give it a try for sure.
Yeah, it's colorful like it too. I'm telling you, you'll love it. You just gotta give it a shot.
How much is that game? Do you remember?
It's like $30, but it's free on the Game Pass.
It's not too bad.
Yeah, and the fact that it's free too. It came out like in one day, dude. Like the day it came out was the day they showed the trailer for it, and it still popped off. It was like a sleeper game of the year game.
That's like how Valve just released, not released yet, but they announced CS:GO or Counter Strike 2 by just releasing a trailer on YouTube with no announcements.
Yeah, and it's like games like Hi-Fi Rush are like they're what games should be. It's like it has a serious sort of plot, but it tells it in a funny way. And it's like not afraid to be a video game. It's not afraid to be colorful and goofy.
Yeah, dude, I wanted to also talk about at some point on the podcast how I feel like normies are the ones who ruin video games.
Oh, absolutely.
Like, I think that they are entirely the reason that video games are so fucking boring because, like, normies started playing video games, and then, like, they didn't, like, really understand video games, so everything got, like, dumbed down for them over the years because, like, they never really, like, took video games too seriously, but they just wanted to be a part of it. So then video game companies were like, oh, well, like the new SpongeBob game, for example, it doesn't tell you how to do everything, but there are some things that are just like really obvious that you could figure out on your own in like less than a minute, but it just points you anyways for like no reason, like you're an idiot. And like kids aren't that stupid either. Like kids are like more perceptive than a lot of adults are that play video games, as you can see in fucking Fortnite with building. And like I watched The Last of Us 2. I watched this clip where Internet Historian fucking basically rage quit because he was so done with the game because it was so just monotonous.
Yeah.
And dude, please explain how this is a thing. Like anybody, if if this gets any viewership at all. But like you have to follow a character in this scene. Does that sound complicated to you?
No.
There's arrows that make a sound pointing you in the fucking direction to go when your only objective is to follow somebody else in a game that's rated M. Like, what the fuck? Like, people aren't this
It's
stupid.
just like
Like,
it's like the new God of War game that's like it puts you in a puzzle and then like the moment you start the puzzle, characters around you tell you what to do.
I
And then
hate
it's
that
just like
shit.
it's like throw your axe at this target over here, and then they'll tell you that over and over. And they'll like literally repeat it every 10 seconds if you don't do anything. They'll repeat it.
Dude, I was thinking of this earlier today too, actually, when I was thinking about Halo. Fucking, this isn't even like a back in my day thing when games didn't tell you what to do. Like, you know how you get stuck when you're playing video games when you were a kid? When,
Yeah,
like when we were kids. Like, sometimes you would, like, be raging because you could not fucking figure out what to do.
I'm not gonna lie, there were some Sonic games I had that issue with, but like it taught me to persevere and keep going until I figured it out.
Exactly.
Hours.
And, like,
So now everything's spoon fed to you.
I know, and this isn't even a case of, like, oh, back in my day it wasn't this easy. This is literally a case of, like, companies treating everybody like they're actually stupid.
It kind of is though, because back in the day we didn't have like YouTube videos walking us through everything.
Well, no,
We
no,
had,
no.
game
Not even
manuals.
that. Like, not the internet. I mean, like, the game itself, like, baseline,
Oh,
just instructing you on
like
fucking
the
everything.
script.
Like, the game like, acting like you're stupid. Like, that shit. Like, it's hardly even a game anymore.
Well, I mean that's the casual market. Maybe so many old people want to play video games now. They're like, oh, I shit on video games back in my youth. Now I want to play them today, and I want to be included.
Okay,
I
well,
mean,
fuck them. When I was fucking, like, 5 years old, I had to figure out how to do that shit with no instructions. They tell you how to shoot.
well,
No, actually,
probably shouldn't just say old people because like there do be some old people on that like live stream Genshin Impact and they'd be like fucking 70-year-old people playing and they're better than me at it.
I would not be,
So it's
I would
how
not
old
be
people.
proud of being good at Genshin.
I mean they got all the best waifus and everything. That's their retirement money, baby.
Well, that sounds very unfortunate for them. But, um, yeah, I played A Bug's Life, and, like, nobody's gonna know how hard that game is because it fucking sucked and it probably was not in stores long. But when I was a kid, that game just tells you, like, there's a tutorial in the beginning, and then the rest of the game is just get fucked. Like, there's no instructions beyond just the tutorial in the beginning. It just tells you what the controls are, and it explains the mechanics with growing seeds in the ground, and that's it. Like, the rest of the game, you really just go fuck yourself. It is so hard and slow, and it lags, and I played through that shit when I was a kid, and I figured it out. So all these grown people that need all these instructions in their game to play it are actually morons. Like, maybe these companies aren't incorrect
Okay.
in thinking that people are stupid.
Well, before you get off the topic, I'm gonna send you this. Is this pretty accurate to how the Bug's Life makes you feel? Is this image accurate? After the tutorial?
What the fuck is that shit? Where did you just find that? How do you just have that shit on deck?
In the server, I mean, somebody just posted it.
That's really weird coincidence.
Yeah.
Uh,
We were talking, I just came across that and I was like, is this how the game makes you feel?
I think I just went. I think my tangent just like got directionless there.
No, you were spitting.
Okay, I
I
don't.
had a Bugs Life as a kid, but I never like played it more than 5 minutes because it was so difficult. So I just went to Rocket League for the PS1, which is very fun.
Do you say Rocket League for the PS1?
Yes.
There's a Rocket League. Not on the PS1.
Yes.
It's not that
Yes.
old, is it?
It is that old, yes. And it was a banger back then.
Because I knew there was an older one. Because I saw a YouTuber, Cat Icarus, that.
It was a game so good. It was a game so good that when I was a kid, one day when I was playing it, it was like so addictive that I was like, I just wouldn't go to the bathroom. I just kept shitting on myself. Just keep playing.
You're shitting yourself. Go to the bathroom. No.
I was that kid.
Oh, that's
I was-
bad.
It was that addictive though. It was such a fun game.
Go to the bathroom.
No.
That dude is fucking like. He sounds like he. He sounds like he's slow, but like it's so funny. No.
It was probably fake. I hope it was fake.
I really hope it was fake too. I just don't understand how that was uploaded. Unless he was live streaming, that'd be bogus as fuck.
It was definitely a live stream. Like, I just hope it's fake.
It's one of the funniest videos. It
That's
seems so
funny.
real.
That's really funny.
Um,
Wait, is that how a bug's life makes you feel? Just go fuck yourself.
yeah, it
You
is.
just come out the tutorial, the first thing you see is a fist coming at you.
Dude, I cannot explain how difficult that game is. For like even for somebody who's grown, I took days to like I want to go back to all the PS1 games I didn't beat because of how hard they are and beat them just so I can be like, okay, I did do it at some point in my life. Just because they're so difficult and infuriating. It's crazy. It took me days to beat that game. And you would think PS1 A Bug's Life, that sounds like a game that'd be really easy. Like, no, absolutely
You
not.
should, you should make a rage compilation.
Of what, me?
Yes.
Probably at some point.
Yeah, I kind of like, I don't know, when I was the kid, like I played a lot of Sonic games, but like if they were too difficult, I would just quit and play something else. Only ones I didn't quit are the 3D Sonic games. I did not like classic Sonic, and I still don't. So I just quit those.
I had
It's the
a
fuck out of me.
I had a pretty random assortment of games when I was a kid. I also had Frogger on the PS1, but this specific Frogger game is one of the hardest games I've ever played in my life. Like, you know Super Meat Boy?
Hey,
Huh?
yes.
Yeah,
It's a
Super Meat Boy.
Heartless.
Super Meat Boy and Bloody Trapland are fucking easier than this game is. I cannot believe how
No,
difficult this game is.
you just lied. You just lied to your teeth. Nothing is easier than or harder than fucking bloody Trapland.
That game felt easier anyways, like because I'll stream it later or something or just screen share with you and show you how hard this game is. It is
Come on,
insane.
it cannot be that hard. What's it called? Frogger for the PS1?
Yeah, just Frogger PS1, that's it. Like if you look up like last level or something, I
I
guess
have to download that and try it myself because
you should. You will.
I saw. I looked it up, and the first video that comes up is Frogger World's Hardest Game.
It is. I'm not kidding. I'm surprised more people don't talk about it. It should be heralded as the hardest game in the world. Like if they just wanted it to have replay value, I mean, I guess they got it.
They have a Windows version of it, so I might give it a shot myself.
Yeah, they went nuts on that game for no reason. Like I would personally not consider that a kid's game.
I went to the comments of a random Frogger video, and they're just talking about how hard the game was.
Yeah, you should try it definitely. And I dare anybody else in the comments to fucking try it. I tried going on stream to record my like progress through the game. I could not get through the first level pack. I had to quit.
First level pack.
Yeah, so the way this game is, only applies to the first one being the exact same level over and over again with the, he crosses a street, then he crosses the river with the logs. But it adds more elements and speeds up with each level, and there's 7 versions of the level.
Hold on. How far have you gotten into your recording?
Like right now or with Frogger?
Right now.
53 minutes.
Audacity cut me off at the 30-minute mark.